Mahomes to throw on second down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Todd Davis in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Down. Roger.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. They will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working from the gun, Keenum. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jake Butt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Black 58, Will! Black 58, Will!
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a 1st down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now it's Mahomes again. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. That one goes for 24 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man. That's Watkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. This is Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mahomes now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. This is caught. Watkins. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. A toss play to Hunt, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Keenum. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Bronco 1st down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And that is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Keenum will try again on second down. Finding some room at midfield. And he hits his man on the out route, Demaryius Thomas. And finally brought down at the 43. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Let's go.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Down. Yeah, we're good.
Keenum now on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now Keenum again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Keenum. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action. Now Keenum. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This one from 46 yards out. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Chiefs on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Carlos Henderson is deep for Denver. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Jam, jam. Jam, jam, jam.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go.
Demaryius Thomas, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
4 down, 4 down.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken around the 12. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Keenum going to throw. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Pass incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Keenum now on 1st down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And that's the way to start a drive, and that's the way to continue a drive. Back-to-back, nice chunk plays. And if you're the offensive coordinator in your chess match with the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you put him in a spot where he's got to load up against the run, because that last one was a really nice play. What are you going to do now? Do you go ahead and play into it, continue to run the ball, play action, try and hit him over the top? You've got to feel like you have the advantage.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this time?
Yeah,
closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him a gain of 38.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now it's Mahomes again. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And again, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Oh, no, he lost the football. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The son Reddick able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Keenum. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
throwing on third down. Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a handoff looking right, and he stopped immediately there. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. The fullback Janovich on the handoff. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Freeman, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go.
On third down, it's Freeman, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Denver, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.